My girlfriend broke up with me because her coworker said I wasn't in her league. 5 hours later, she regrets it all and is begging for another chance, but I'd already seen a video of her with another guy. Now she's blaming her coworker. I 28 am, from a small town in the Midwest, and I've been holding on to this story for a while. I guess it's time to get it all out. I want to talk about my ex Amelia, and how things unraveled between us. This all started back in high school, so let me take you there first. Amelia and I met during sophomore year. She wasn't the loud, attention-seeking type like a lot of other girls in our grade. She was more of the quiet, keep-to-herself kind of person. But once you got her talking, she had this way of lighting up, like she had a million dreams in her head, all trying to spill out at once. She wanted to work in publishing and dreamed of living in a big city, working with books, and maybe even writing her own someday. I was hooked from the start. Me? I wasn't what you'd call ambitious back then. I wasn't failing classes or anything, but I didn't have my life planned out the way Amelia did. I was the guy who was always fixing things. If something broke in shop class, I'd be the one the teacher called over. If my friend's parents needed help with a leaky faucet, I'd be there with a wrench. By junior year, I realized I could turn that into a business. So while other kids were worried about prom or the SATs, I was setting up a small plumbing operation. By the time senior year rolled around, Amelia and I were inseparable. We went to prom together, watched crappy rom-coms in my parents' basement, and spent hours talking about our futures. I don't know how to explain it, but we just clicked. She was my first everything, first kiss, first love, first real heartbreak, but we'll get to that. Amelia got into a prestigious university, and I couldn't have been prouder. I still remember the day she got her acceptance letter. She ran over to my house waving the envelope like it was a golden ticket. I hugged her so tight, I thought I might break her. That was Amelia though, always aiming high, always pushing herself. When she left for school, I didn't see it as the end of us. I saw it as the next step. I kept working on my plumbing business, and by then it was doing pretty well, nothing glamorous, but steady money was coming in. I figured if she was chasing her dreams, the least I could do was make sure she didn't have to worry about things like rent or groceries. So that's what I did. I helped pay her rent, sent her money for books, and even surprised her with care packages during finals week. I'd drive 4 hours to her dorm just to spend the weekend together. It wasn't easy, but I didn't mind. She was my girl, and I wanted to make her life easier so she could focus on school. I'll admit, there were moments when it felt like I was putting in more effort than she was. Amelia was busy with classes, internships, and networking events, which I understood. But sometimes I'd call or text her, and it felt like I was interrupting something more important. She'd say things like sorry, I've just been so swamped, or we'll talk later. Okay, later didn't always come, but when we were together it was like no time had passed. I'd visit her, and we'd spend hours just walking around campus, or sitting in her tiny apartment, talking about everything and nothing. Those were the moments that kept me going. After she graduated, Amelia landed a job at a well-known publishing house. It wasn't her dream role, she wasn't editing bestsellers, or writing her own book yet, but it was a start. She was excited, and I was excited for her. I thought we made it through the hard part. Now it was time to build our future. By then my plumbing business was doing better than ever. I'd expanded, hired a couple of guys to help with the workload, and was even thinking about opening a second location. I was proud of what I'd built, even if it